So the ethics, I told you that it's like a long-term steering mechanism, our compass that guides us in the direction that we want to go. And what is the direction that we want to go in? What are the permaculture ethics? Well, there are three, only three, and they need unpacking. We memorize them, we label them as earth care, people care, fair share. We could say self care. Earth care is maybe the easy one to understand, but it's a big one. We're all part of a living, breathing, interconnected ecosystem. It's called planet Earth. We can't separate ourselves from it. It's not out there. We are part of it. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat is a product of the ecosystem of which we are part of. When we damage or degrade that ecosystem, we damage or degrade ourselves and our own ability to survive and to flourish and prosper. We seem to have evolved an economic system that allows us to destroy ecosystems and move on to the next one much faster than they can regenerate. This is the source of most of our problems. To achieve earth care, we need careful design informed by permaculture principles and permaculture design. People care, as much as we're part of a ecosystem, we're also part of a big human family. People are the ultimate resource for bringing about change. We need to build positive, fruitful, beneficial relationships with the people around us, through community, through society, national, international. People care is not exploiting people for the primary goal, which is self-care. Now we call it fair shares, and it's a very good reason why that is. So here's the thing. So this is the unifying ethic, but it also contains the biggest challenge that permaculture holds. So this is a difficult one. So your primary responsibility is to yourself, self-care. Feed yourself first to enable yourself to take care of others. So the analogy I like to use is when you're on a plane, they give that little safety talk, and they would say, in the unlikely event of the cabin depressurizing, an oxygen mask will descend in front of your face. Put yours on first. That's not being selfish, it's not being greedy, it's being self-empowering. So you don't turn to help your children or your granny or the person behind you. You put yours on first, and you only need one, so you don't need to take someone else's. And once you have taken care of yourself, you are then enabled to check around and look for the people around you. So the radical idea, the power within this first principle about self-care is this. It says, set limits to your own consumption. Greed is not good. You need to think about what are your needs as opposed to what are your wants. And you need to prioritize meeting your needs first. In the example we gave of a depressurizing plane, your number one need is oxygen. That's your priority, nothing else. You don't look at the food trolley or think about the duty free. You need to put your mask on. So permaculture has a strategy, it has a hierarchy of priorities. Now, when it says set limits to your own consumption, what that means is, yes, you meet your own needs first, and you ask yourself a question, what are my needs? But not to consume for the sake of it. There is such a thing as enough. And when you have met your own needs and there's something left over, that is called a surplus. And what we choose to do with surplus is what defines us. enables us to create, to shape the world going forward. If there is no surplus, we can't be sustainable. We can't work for change. So we have to limit our own consumption so that there's something left. And with that surplus, with the thing that is left, time, money, resources, whatever, we strategically invest that in other people, in building relationships and friendships and functioning relationships with other people, and building our relationship to the natural world. And many of us are not in control of our lives. We maybe have to do jobs that we don't like or we don't really even believe in. And that's because of the realities of the world that we're in. Your goal, your strategy, is to meet your own needs and have something left over. And with that something left over, you can use that to improve your situation. So if you use it to insulate your house, your electricity bills go down, your heating bills go down, which means that you can accumulate further surplus or further investment. There's many aspects in life where we can generate small surpluses and then use them creatively. It's not charity, it's a strategic investment of surplus to build beneficial relationships with other people, with community, with your neighbours, with your friends, with your peer group, with your ideology group, ultimately with everybody. But to do that strategically, to make mutually beneficial relationships, and then beyond that to do that with the natural world. These are the ethics of permaculture.